Hello guys, happy Tuesday again. So in today's video we are going to be taking a look at another online income report, but as well as that I thought I would dive into my YouTube analytics as well and show you again what's happening behind the scenes, because I know a few of you were interested in that. So what I thought I would do is just consolidate them together, because obviously when it comes to my income report I do talk about YouTube ad revenue, but let me know if this is something that you're still interested in and I will continue to do it every month. So yeah, very excited, and let's just get started. So the first one that I want to talk about is actually affiliate marketing. So again, if you don't know what affiliate marketing is, basically if you use my links in the description below for something, I tend to get a small commission. So it's very different to say company sponsorship. So for example, I don't actually have to talk about them in my videos, but if I do talk about them in my videos and happen to put the links in the description below and you purchase something, then I will make some money from that. So in terms of affiliate marketing, how I basically did in March is I made £3.20. So a lot of that is from Amazon Associates actually. So I do have links to things like books and things like that. So in terms of how I've done so far this year, I have made about £11.27. So that's including January, February and March as well. Now I definitely don't make big bucks when it comes to affiliate marketing, but to be honest, I think every little helps, and the fact that people are using my link again, I'm very happy about that. So if you have used my link, thank you so much, and I really hope you enjoy what you purchased, even if it's not something that I actually recommended, because if you didn't know, I do actually still make money if you just use my link and purchase something else. So that's all well and good. And if you're interested in my online income report for February, then of course you can check that out. I will link that up here for you and in the description below. So the next one I want to talk about is YouTube ad revenue. If you didn't know, I do actually have ads on my videos. So whenever you watch my videos and you actually watch ads, I will make money from that. So YouTube will get a cut and then I will also get a cut. And the longer someone actually watches your ads, the more money essentially you will make. So it's always so nice when I know a few of you guys are commenting, oh, I've actually watched your ads the way through. So thank you for that. Even if it's a couple of pence, guys, every little helps, as Tesco says. But what I first want to do is actually go through my YouTube analytics in a bit more detail so that you can understand where my money is actually coming from. So as you can see, my estimated revenue for March is about £150.33. Now that may fluctuate by a couple of pence, and it has done for the past couple of months, but really I think that's the main thing that I will receive hopefully when I get my paycheck from Google. So this is basically my views in case you are interested. And the reason why I find March really interesting is because if you can actually see on my first page, you can see that actually I got less views compared to both January and February. So I've been monetized since January, and you can see that in January I had over 21,000 views, in February I had over 17,000 views, and in March I only had over 16,000 views. But the only thing is that I actually still made more money in March compared to February and also January. The only thing with January is I didn't get monetized, I believe, until the 4th, and I think it was like halfway through the day. So the other couple of days I obviously didn't get monetized for that. So I do think I probably would have had a bit more compared to that now, but I still think it's really interesting because in February obviously I had more views, so I had over 1,000 more views, and I still made more money in March. And even with February you still had less days, because in March you had like what, 31 days, and in February it was only 28. So this is where I really think it's interesting, and this is where the CPM really comes into play. So I'll definitely go through that in a bit more detail. So as an example here, obviously you can see that in March I made about £150.33, which obviously could change slightly only by a couple of pence I assume. But in February I only made £144.90, and even though I say only, obviously making over £100 is still really amazing, but I just think probably relative to what happened the previous month, it's just quite interesting to see. And then in January I made about £146. But if I go over to the revenue tab, you'll be able to see why I've actually made more money in March. And if you're liking this content so far, then feel free to give me a thumbs up, as it really does help to support the channel, plus it's free. So this is really where it explains it. So you can see that yes, my estimated revenue has gone up by 4%. However, it's actually my CPM and my RPM that has gone up, which is why I essentially made more money. So if you didn't know what CPM means, it's basically cost per 1,000 playbacks. So basically how many people actually watch your advertisement. So even though people may watch your videos, if they don't actually watch those adverts, I'm less likely to make money. Whereas if you do actually watch those adverts, that's when I'll really make money. So CPM is really how much advertisers are willing to pay for you. So that will include YouTube's cut, whereas RPM is really based on how much I'm basically getting without YouTube's cut. So you can see that it's actually gone up by 13%. So my RPM is about £9.14, and if I go to February, it was actually £8.09. So it's really interesting how that's changed. I'm not really sure why that's changed. It may be because of certain topics where I was talking about where the CPM or the RPM might be slightly higher, but yeah, I'm not complaining too much. So it really just suggests that just because you have a lot of views, it's not really going to equate to how much money you make on YouTube. The only thing that I find really weird is that there's one day where I didn't make anything at all. So on Sunday the 14th of March, I do have a feeling that's probably a glitch because I know that there were people that watched my videos on Sunday. So hopefully that will change. Otherwise, that's just a really weird day. But yeah, I think my RPM doesn't really tend to fluctuate that much, but obviously it does increase a bit more when I do actually have videos. But you can see that my RPM probably ranges between the £6 to £10 mark, I would say, mostly around the £7 to £8 mark. And I'll be intrigued to see how it plays off in April, whether I will actually make more money or if it will actually be the same. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how that goes. So obviously you can see that my estimated revenue is about £150. Again, it may change by a couple of pence, but that does mean that so far I have made £441.37 from my YouTube ad revenue this year. So almost £500, which I think is great. And hopefully next time it will be close to £1,000. So looking forward to seeing how that goes. And the next one I want to talk about are my paid products. So this is really based on my budgeting spreadsheet. So if you didn't know, I do actually have monthly and weekly budgeting spreadsheets that I launched in the beginning of January this year. So of course, if you want to check that out, I'll link that in the description below for you. But basically with my paid products, I made £65.22. Now I am actually very surprised at this number because I did not expect to be making any money in March, because I just had a feeling that most people would want to buy their spreadsheets in January because it's the start of the year, and then maybe I'd get a few in February. But the fact that I've still made £65 and people are still buying my spreadsheets is just absolutely crazy to me, which obviously is amazing, and it's great that people still want to be able to budget even though it's not the new year. So I really do hope that it does help you out if you have purchased my spreadsheet, and thank you for that. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see how that goes throughout the rest of the year. So in terms of how I've done so far, I've actually made £195.31 this year. So I'm really happy with that, and I still can't believe it, to be honest. But yeah, I'm just really excited to see how that goes as well. And then the next thing I want to talk about is free shares. Now when it comes to free shares, I tend to use Trading 212, so a lot of people will tend to use my link. However, the only thing with Trading 212 at the moment is the fact that they're not actually taking on new people. So they do actually have a waiting list for that platform, which obviously is a bit annoying if you do want to start investing as soon as possible, but hopefully that's something that they start to open up soon. So it meant that I wasn't actually able to get any free shares from Trading 212. However, I did recently open FREETRADE. Really the main reason for FREETRADE was because a lot of people were asking me other platforms that they could use, and obviously I hadn't actually used other platforms and didn't want to recommend platforms that I don't personally use. So I did decide to open up FREETRADE, test it, see how it is, and when I was happy with it, then I was able to kind of tell people about my links. So with that, I actually made about £15.44 in March. So again, that's something that has only recently happened. So I think it was only the last week in March, I would say. So the fact that people were still using my link is amazing, and hopefully you do enjoy the FREETRADE platform. I do actually think it's quite similar to Trading 212, so that's kind of why I like it as well. But yeah, very happy to have £15.44 and hope you enjoy your free share as well. So in total, what that means is that I have actually made £311.45 so far in free shares. So again, very happy with that. It's so nice of you guys to also use my free shares, so I'm very grateful. And yeah, I just really hope you enjoy both of the platforms if you have them already. And of course, if you are interested in FREETRADE, I will link that in the description below for you. Just make sure you're always doing your research, because I always say that these platforms aren't going to be for everyone. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't tell you what to do. So in total for March, when it comes to my passive online income report, I made around £234.19. So when you compare it to February, I did make slightly less. So in February, I actually made £266.55. However, it's still something that I'm really happy with, and I think it's still a consistent £200, which is amazing. I think I probably would have made more if, let's say, you know, people could actually use Trading 212 as an example. So I'm definitely very happy with that. I'm excited to see how April is as well. But again, this is also why I think it's important to have multiple income streams, because if I just relied on Trading 212, for example, then I wouldn't really be making a lot of money at all. So definitely take that into consideration if you are interested in maybe starting an online business or any business or side hustle in general. So if you did like this video, then please do give me a thumbs up if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments, how do you think my online income went for March? I do post every Tuesday and Friday, so if you would like to know more, then of course you can subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on Friday.